We had a tragic fire in Bramalea where there were 3 children missing. The sad thing at the time was I knew exactly what I was going to find. I didn't know where or what they'd be like, but I knew that they weren't out of the house. No one could have survived, and it took me a long time to get to the room where they were. And when I entered the back bedroom, I saw something by the window I thought may have been them, and as I got closer, I realized it was. And there's 2 young teenagers and a small child, and they were by the window, I assume trying to get out, trying to get help. And in those last moments, the teenagers covered the small child with their own body to protect her. I vowed at that moment that I'd do everything I could to stop that from ever happening again.
I recall at one point thinking to myself, I'm the luckiest person in the world. I was married to the man of my dreams. I'd just given birth to 2 beautiful daughters, Stephanie and Samantha, and I just thought, how could life get any better? Like we're so lucky. And you know, then life changed. Life as I knew it would never be the same, and it was shattered the day that our daughter crawled out of the house and pulled herself 50 feet across the gravel, up a step, through the pool gate and into our backyard pool. And that was the day my perfect life changed forever.
In the 20 or so minutes it took me to crawl through that burned out house to find the children, I just resolved to myself that I was going to do something to make a difference.
We were going to make something. We were going to find the positive in all of this. And I just recall getting up in the morning going, okay, what are we going to do today?
A good friend of mine happened to know Barb and knew that Barb had a similar interest in saving children's lives, and figured that we should get together and meet sometime.
It was like there was this instant connection. We had a similar goal, a similar passion, and I knew that we could help each other.
What better way to make a difference than to establish a center that people would identify with Fire and Life education, so they could teach their children, and we could teach their children at a very young age how to save lives and how to save themselves.
Yeah, so we can accommodate 2 classes at a time. One class can start down in George's room, that's the theater, and then another class can come up into Stephanie's place.
I should introduce myself. My name is Firefighter Tina, and welcome. And I need your help this afternoon because this home is full of hazards. What's a hazard?
Something that could start a fire.
That's one type of hazard. Good, that's a fire hazard. Excellent. And there's another type of hazard in
When they see the actual hazards, albeit pretend, it comes alive for them. They really get into it, and they really have a lot of fun discovering the hazards. When they've covered all 3 rooms, they all come back together and report to the Fire Life Safety Education Officer what have they found. And it's very effective, and they just love it.
We want to empower them. By educating anyone of any age, you're giving them empowerment. Taking control, that they understand, okay, this is what I need to do. And because we walk through those steps in a fun, safe environment, hopefully the children will automatically do that if they have that situation.
We teach them the basic messages of fire safety. We know it's a very effective and successful program.
Parents are out in the public. They never take their eyes off their children. They feel that being out in the public, at a shopping mall or on the street or even in a park, is a dangerous place. Not realizing that more accidents happen at home. You just don't think about it. You know, you're in the safe confines of those four walls, and it's okay to leave them for a second. Well, if you've left something dangerous in the room, it's not okay to leave them for a second.
You know, what happened to us was so surreal that an 8-month-old baby could find her way out of the house and find her way to that swimming pool. And so I think how much easier it is for even an older child or a toddler or some, you know, a child that can walk. And you can't take for granted what that next step is going to be. Like with Stephanie, she wasn't even crawling yet, she was just pulling. But obviously that day she figured it out. And so you always have to be one step ahead of your children. You have to think, okay, what's the next thing that they're going to be doing? Because they might do it when you're not looking. And you've got to be prepared.
It's teaching these simple life safety skills to children and their parents that will keep that from happening. So children aren't injured in home accidents. So they don't die at home and leave their parents thinking about that for the rest of their lives. We're doing everything we can to stop that from happening so children can be safe in the one place where they feel that they should be safer than anywhere else in the world, and that's at home.
All I wanted was to be able to say that, you know, what happened to our daughter, you know, was the worst thing that any parent could go through. And if we could save one family from having to go through that, then, you know, we were on the right track.
From the moment the Life Safety Center became a reality and open, then the next step was to see more centers like it built. We knew it would work. We had every confidence, and it has. We're saving lives. We have proof that we're saving lives. So now we've got to get more of them. We've shown it works. Building the first one was tough. We always thought if we build it, they will come, not knowing what that would mean. And now we've shown that when they come, we teach them life safety skills that save their lives. So I want to see more. I hope someone sees this and it inspires them to do the same thing. And it doesn't need to be a building as big as ours. It can be bigger. I hope someone does it bigger and better. That would be the ultimate. But it can be in a school, in a room, in a church basement, in a community center, anywhere. To build just a space or to take over a space and dedicate it to the education of children and life safety skills. So that's what I need to see. That's the dream. Do it again. Anyone. Bigger and better. And I'll be there to help you.